If you don't systemize your financial services business, then you will never have the opportunity to truly scale. You'll never have the freedom that you really want or earn the income that you truly desire. Well, in this video and episode, I want to change it for you. Now let's address what I mean truly by scale. For many years, I used to think that scale meant 50 people, £5 million worth of turnover. But what I've really come to learn is that scaling is just about growing the right areas, but with what your definition of success is. So it's about expanding your revenue, increasing your profitability, growing to a size that you are comfortable with. It's about looking after more customers, but without sacrificing on quality. I'm a huge fan of starting with the end in mind. What's the income that you need? The expenses that it's going to cost you to achieve that? What's the revenue and leads that you need to achieve the desired level of income? For some of you, that may be 50 grand. It may be 100 grand income. It may even be a £200,000 income. Whatever it is, you're going to have to do some scaling in the right areas of business in order to be able to achieve it. So it's really important to systemize your business to make it possible to scale. A system now is the foundation of every single business. It brings in consistency. It makes everything more efficient, enables you to deliver exceptional customer outcomes on repeat. It also means that when you bring a team into your business, that they are delivering the outcome in a consistent, predictable way, the way in which you want it to be done, rather than their own interpretation. Without systems, you're unable to scale your team and get that freedom and time that you truly desire. An important part of systemizing your business is bringing in automation. We all know that AI is such a huge player right now, and it's only really in its infancy. Some of the important factors with automation are social media planners, email marketing, lead capturing, lead nurturing, landing pages, making sure that when you move into a specific step of your customer journey, that tasks and actions or emails are fired off without any human thought. You know, that when you look at any big brands like McDonald's, like Starbucks, they run like a well-oiled machine, and you need your business to run like a well-oiled machine. But you may be thinking, Gary, I've got a system. I use the networks. For those of you that are in financial services, let's get one thing straight. The network system that is provided by your mortgage network, your financial network, is purely for the benefit of them. It's there to enable your compliance to happen, to make sure that you meet the regulator's guidelines, to make their life simpler because you have to load everything into their system. It's not there to make it easier for you to scale your business. It doesn't have email marketing, it doesn't have automation, it doesn't have AI, it doesn't have SMS, it doesn't have social media planners. You need one system that manages your business on a day-to-day basis, captures all your clients' information, and then you need the system that you start utilizing for client portals, for fact finds, for research, and for compliance. If you don't have that front-end system, you will never truly have an automated business that gives you time and freedom, and equally the income that you desire. So why should you want to systemize and scale your business? Well, if you want consistency, repetition, being able to remove yourself from some of the day-to-day operations or tasks, that is exactly why you need to lay a solid foundation. It's also really important to understand that out of every 100 leads that you get into your business, 50 are never going to do anything with you, whether you're buying them or whether they're coming organically. 42 to 43 are likely to buy from you in the next 90 days to 2 years. But guess what? During that 90 days and 2 years, someone else is going to be marketing to them. Someone else is going to capture their attention. Someone else is going to be nurturing that relationship and building the opportunity for them to sell to your leads and prospects, which means that only 7 or 8 out of every 100 inquiries are ready to deal in the next 90 days. So you need 2 key factors. You need automation and repetition and systemization to ensure that you can convert those, as many of those 7 or 8 people in the next 90 days. But you also need automation and a system that enables you to scale the remaining 42 to 43 to ensure they come to you and not somebody else. This overcomes the common problems with trying to scale, because 42 out of 43 leads might buy from you in the next 2 years. If you don't have the opportunity to turn those leads into prospects and to make sure that they come back to you through emails, through automation, through social media content, through saving a huge amount of time, then you are always setting yourself up for success. If you don't have a system, you're basically walking right now. And when you come up against a business that is systemized, you are basically competing against someone who is riding a bike. They're always going to win the race. It's unacceptable now to be in business without a system. Imagine a bucket with loads of holes down the side. You are leaking money left, right, and center. Not only are you losing leads, but I speak to hundreds of advisors and financial services business owners every year. Many of them end up joining our programs, and the common challenges and problems that they are facing are being stuck in the day-to-day, doing too many repetitive tasks, having a fear of bringing on an administrator or a PA because they're still working off of Excel spreadsheets or Trello. That sort of stuff gets you to being an efficient one-man band or one-person army. When you want to start getting more time back, taking yourself from 60,000 a year to 150,000 pounds per year, it's not possible without a system. I've always had a system in my business. I've always done email marketing, but rather than having multiple systems, one for social media planner, one for email marketing, one for customer journey, one for text messaging, one for booking people into your calendar. Already we're at 5 systems and 5 costs. There is ways in which you can simplify all of that and put it underneath one umbrella. And yes, I have developed Active CRM that makes that entirely possible. It's why I am so passionate about systems, because I've been in business since 2006, and since 2011, I've always had a system in my business that enables me to bring people in and manage the tasks that I don't want to, the ones that aren't the highest amount of value. The biggest amount of value that you can bring to your business is in building more relationships, generating more inquiries, having more sales conversations, delivering more positive customer outcomes. Everything after the application has been submitted or the sale has been completed should be delegated and done by somebody else. So if you don't have a system right now, you need to do these 3 things. Number 1, you need to sit down with a piece of paper or an iPad or something where you literally document out your customer journey and your process from the moment that that person lands in your business to the point where you complete that sale. And you need to number and document every single one of those steps. Once you've done that and nailed that down in terms of a customer journey, whether it's right the way from the beginning of the lead, maybe even, as we've been talking about recently on past episodes, from the point of where you capture them on social media, to the point of sending them a DM, to the point of them filling in a form, to the point of booking in your calendar, to the point of doing your strategy call conversation, to then doing a follow-up, to then requesting documentation. I mean, this is your recipe. You need to document out what the recipe is as step number 1. The second thing you need to do is look at each one of those steps and identify what ingredients do you need. What needs to happen, whether it's by you or by somebody else. Do you want a task to be created? Do you want an email to be sent? Do you want a specific script used with that particular client? Do you want some kind of automation? Is there some kind of boring, repetitive thing that you have to do over and over again? Can you get rid of it? Once you've nailed that down, you should be looking at a customer journey with lots of little comments and points underneath it. That's your recipe, that's your ingredients, that is your repetitive process that you can now systemize. And then with a process and a system, you can start to think about bringing in people. This will save you a huge amount of time. It will give you a huge amount of freedom. The third thing is beginning to systemize your recipe and your ingredients, putting it into the system that you're going to be utilizing. Now, the mistake that I see here for so many advisors, financial services, business owners, is trying to get it perfect before they're willing to use it. You need to have some kind of foundation. It's much better to get it 50% of where you need it. Start putting new contacts and clients in. Start getting people to book in through the automated calendars. Start utilizing the forms on your website or via your social media channels to get people into the system. And once you've got that, you then begin to tweak and refine. There's no point, as an example, trying to make the offer stage absolutely perfect when you're just putting your first contact into the system. Wait until they've moved through the journey and got to that point. That is really, really key. It's much better to build as you go and then tweak and improve as you go. When I implemented a system into my business earlier this year, I did everything that I thought was needed in it. And actually, over time, what we've done is funneled it down and refined it. When my team started to use it and we realized that they didn't need a specific task, they didn't need a certain reminder, we've removed a couple of stages to make it easier to leverage and use. It gets better the more you begin to use it. Doing that is absolutely key. Don't forget here, the goal of a system is to give you time, it's to give you freedom, it's to give you autonomy, and it's to make sure that you deliver exceptional customer outcomes. And it's also the opportunity for you to bring in team and begin to remove yourself from some of those day-to-day tasks. So what's one area of your business that you would like to systemize? I would start focusing on the customer journey and the emails templates, and also trying to put some automation in behind that customer journey as we've just discussed. If you can do that, then everything else is a bonus thereafter. The calendar booking, the website pieces, the survey forms, all of that can be added later on. It's about not looking at having something perfect and seeing it as stages and building over time. If you need help to systemize and scale your business, save a huge amount of time and get more freedom, then you can go and watch my 10-minute free training where I walk you through all the steps that you need to take into account to systemize and scale your business, your marketing, and your lead generation to get predictable growth and revenue. You overcome inconsistent processes, a lack of leads, and unpredictable sales by automating your customer journey and your system, attracting high quality clients, and utilizing a 3-step funnel that will book clients automatically into your diary, making it possible to scale by 5 or even 10 plus thousands per month. If you want to watch that free training, then click the link in the show notes. Thanks very much indeed for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you next week.